I just asked that in terms of the big picture, trying to keep Shador upright, healthy, and the overall.
The big picture, you go get new linemen. That's the picture. I'm going to paint it perfectly.
Ooh-wee, what's going on, Buff Nation? Welcome back to another video. When I see Coach Prime talk like this, just straight, blunt, to the point, in your face, I ain't playing business. Here, I'll paint the picture for you. We need new O-linemen. They suck. Plain and simple. It reminds me of, if you guys watch Swamp Kings with Urban Meyer and what he did with the team, if you basically sucked, right, you sat on the other side of the lunchroom. They had it in tiers in orange, blue, and white. Orange was top tier, meant you were a dog. You ate like a king, filet mignon, lobster. Bro, this is before NIL days, right? This is back in 2006. If you were the man, you got treated like the man. But if you sucked, you knew it. You were in the white tier. You were in the shit table. You ate hot dogs and hamburgers and just nasty ass bullshit and kept everybody separated. Like, hey, if you're good, you're here. If you're not, you're not. And this kind of gives me that same kind of vibe of keeping it a buck, keeping it a 100. Like, we're not gonna play games. We know where the issue is. It's on the O-line. Right? It's absolutely atrocious. And so I did some digging. I took a look into the offensive line. We've got one of them being Gerald Lichingham, 2-star prospect. He's a junior on the line. You've got Jack Bailey. He was a 3-star, 664 overall. He's a sophomore. Then you've got Van Wells, a 3-star commit. He's a sophomore as well. And you've got Landon Beebe, another 3-star. And then, of course, Xavier Washington, who is your best offensive lineman, who was a transfer from Kent State, but was a 3-star that got developed into a 4-star. So the quality of offensive linemen is obviously horrendous for Buffalo. They did some massive moves in the transfer portal, but again, this was a team that needed a complete facelift. And they went out and got a lot of pieces in a lot of places, but the trenches is obviously always a tough one to fill in. And that obviously is going to be a major focus headed into this offseason, whether it's a transfer portal. I'm sure recruiting is going to be a point of emphasis. Jordan Zeaton, 5-star offensive lineman from IMG, from Florida. He even spoke about, his target guys. He's going anywhere, right, for recruits, but he loves Florida because Florida got some dogs, as he said, because that's also where he is from as well. Jordan Seaton is a big point of emphasis for them. He's somebody who can come in right away and have a huge impact. But I think the biggest point of focus for these guys is going to be the transfer portal. You have your best player, Deion Sanders, just getting absolutely dragged up and down the football field, sacked 7 times, hit 17 times. You take him out, what do you got? You've got nothing. So I would expect to kind of keep an eye on this, on what some changes are going to be going into the last 4 games here. They even asked him, like, what's your thoughts on becoming bowl eligible? Because I don't care about a bowl game. I just want to win, which then obviously would make them bowl eligible, of course. But winning is going to be their biggest focus. And how do you win? You protect your best player so they can get it to their next best player in Travis Hunter so they can pop off. Dylan Edwards, 4 carries for, 15, 17 yards? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. You're just, it's a recipe for a disaster. Everybody knows what's coming. Shador's going to throw the football. So let's lock down the wide receivers. We'll be able to get to pressure pretty quickly because the O-line can't stop us. And the rest is history.
The line has to improve. It ain't no aspect. The line has to improve.
Coach, we talked about run pass balance a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was up until that last drive, you had maybe 7 carries with running backs compared to like 34 passes.
Yeah.
How much of that is a struggle for you guys right now?
Well, it's a struggle to run the ball. It's a struggle to run the ball, and we got to figure that out because now you're one-dimensional, and it's easy to stop a team when they're one-dimensional, and that's who we are at this point in time.
Could follow up on that? Could being able to commit to that?
They don't have to respect the run because you're only running it 4 times a game. And why aren't we running the ball enough? Because we can't protect the run either to where it's even effective. So I think play calling's got get a little bit better. They've got to try to run the ball effectively, so they can take some pressure off Deion Sanders. He was limping all up and down the football field last night. Again, this game was close up until the last bit of the second half there, because Deion Sanders like I'm a magician, but I ain't no Houdini. Okay, I can't be just pulling shit out of the hat, pulling rabbits out of a hat every single play. And I think for them to have a remainder successful of the season, to become bowl eligible. I know Coach Prime doesn't care about that, but I think for them to become bowl eligible for the Buffs, I think is huge. Also, too, look, not becoming bowl eligible allows for you to have more time to go out to recruit, to hit the transfer portal. We saw this with Miami last year. I'm not saying that you throw the games to not become bowl eligible, but nowadays with how much work goes into the transfer portal, you never truly have an off season. And when you have a bowl game, that takes away from your ability to go out and recruit, your ability to go out into the transfer portal and do some hunting, because you have to now be getting prepared for a bowl game. Now, there's massive pros playing a bowl game. Don't get me wrong. But it's just an extra game now that doesn't have much value, that you can put your players on risk to get injured, and you're taken away from your ability as a coach to go out and recruit and continue to work on that. So these bowl games, I've been saying for a long time, are losing their mojo. And this is just one more reason why they're going to even lose more mojo, because why am I going to play in a low-end bowl game when I've got another guy who just won 5 games who I'm competing with in my same division that's going to go out and tear up the transfer portal because I'm spending the next 3 weeks getting ready for a bowl game that doesn't matter. Now, it's massive money for your school and things along those natures, but I think I'd rather take the L this season on a bowl game, highly recruit, pick up some massive transfer portal guys, so we're playing in a massive bowl game next year, or possibly a Big 12 championship. So, again, I'm not saying he's throwing this by any stretch of the imagination, but thinking big picture, it's like, do we really care about winning 6 games? No, I want to get better. I want to improve on things, and that's all that I care about. And if winning and getting to a bowl game is part of that, which obviously winning games is that, then that's going to be the case. But will be something we'll continue to keep an eye on here with Coach Primes and the Buffs. Again, massive, just a savage message to the line, which I love. I love that old fashioned. We're gonna keep it a buck around here, boys. Ain't no sunshine and roses. I'm gonna let you know how it is. So be sure to smash the like button, boys and girls. Only 1,000 subs mean a lot if you help us get there. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.